What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more garbage, and we're back with the last tune in this expanded folder for Beautiful Garbage. Once again, big thank you to Phil, that I have not yet reacted to, which is further to say there is one more track in the folder, but it's their Bond movie theme, and I did already react to that thanks to Mikey before I started going through this album. And in that regard, I want to wish a very happy birthday to Mikey, great friend who has provided a lot of music and not only some catalogs on a select journey, but also some lucky dips along the way. So yes, happy birthday to you. I hope you have an awesome day. And the last track in this folder that I've not yet reacted to is Enough is Never Enough. So I like the phrasing, the idea of quantity relating to a sufficient or desirable amount. And that, of course, can relate to subjective perspective. Of course, it can be more numerical and quantitative, but even then, that's usually in the context of some particular standard. And when it comes to things like emotion or behavior, which cannot be quantified, at least not in a simple and straightforward manner, the threshold of enough is perhaps even more difficult to assess and will vary more in terms of people's opinions. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there is something along those lines happening here. As to what it will be specifically, of course, I will try to catch it as I can. And of course, Luca, we are now waiting for you to decide where you're going to sit. Is it chair or lap? I know this is a question for the ages, but it would be helpful if you could decide sooner rather than later. Yes, I think it's the lap. For real though, okay, I'm gonna make the decision for you. How about going up here? Yes. See? It's a win-win. So here we go. This is Garbage, Enough is Never Enough, which is from the expanded folder for their 2001 album Beautiful Garbage, though once again, this is a 2021 remaster.
Searching for fun, nowhere to go. Got your leather boots on, what do you know? And they're playing garbage on the radio. Into the dark, you wanna run. Into the night when nobody knows you. Where the
That's an awesome tune, and sonically, I love what's happening here. So at first, right away, I'm noticing those computerish bleepy bloopy sounds, very electronica, and then it kicks in and it has this awesome syncopated like breakbeat rhythm. And I have to say, I especially enjoy the musical and arrangement configuration of the choruses. The choruses really had a great sound. And then like post chorus, it brings in the guitar and it has a bit like of this alternative rock meets electronica energy, which again, in terms of their, let's say, center lane sonic stylings, that feels like where they live on this border between alternative rock energy with some electronic sounds, even though I've now heard songs of theirs that are like outside of both of those sort of flavors. But yeah, I especially enjoy the musical configuration of the choruses. I like the like high tempo melodic, like the almost like syllabic melodic run. It has a very like rapid fire rhythm to the melodies of the track. I also enjoy what I caught from the lyrics. Like, so first there was that line which really caught my ear. It's like there's garbage on the radio, which for them you could read that either way. It's like, you know, they're on the radio, but also garbage. Like, it's like, oh god, it's just the same old crap and this, you know, kind of safe, consumer friendly, like pop music and whatever, which again, they're definitely outside of that. They have more of an alternative sound. So even though they actually were played on the radio and had music videos on MTV and so on, they were not, you know, playing it safe or, you know, by the numbers, the sort of like, oh, it's a, you know, catchy little tune that's not going to offend anybody and whatever. That's, you know, very much not what they were. So the idea of like, oh, there's just garbage on the radio, maybe I'm more inclined to read it in the like common noun sense, but of course reading it like with either interpretation, it gets very much into that comedy that I've experienced and that people have also laughed at, where I like, oh, here's time for another garbage reaction, and this is another tune from this garbage album, where it's like it feels like it's this running joke. So that's what happens when you name your band Garbage. But either way, the lyrics then go to like, you know, do you ever feel like you just want to run away and go somewhere where, you know, people don't know you and so on? It's like, oh, okay, so like alienation, feeling isolated and feeling like the world is not a hospitable place and wishing you could just go somewhere and like make it your own, or to be away from what makes the world an inhospitable place. And again, then I'm thinking, oh, maybe the idea of garbage on the radio is part of like, you know, even in the world of art or music, there might not feel like a refuge. And then it's like the narrator saying like, if you feel like the world's bearing down on you, if you feel like the world is not a place that is hospitable or where you'd like to be, come with us. Like, we're going to go somewhere and we're going to do something that is outside of the standard, the expected. We're going to be outside of conformity, and we're going to be doing things in a new way, an alternative way, in a way that is perhaps more inclusive and accepting, including for those who feel like misfits or like they are in a demographic that is, you know, viewed with hostility or is, you know, not within the center of the, you know, chart of standard deviations, so to speak. So yeah, suddenly it felt like there's more than, you know, a cheeky like double meaning reference joke. It feels like this is all part of the idea that they're going somewhere new and somewhere where they're going to welcome the misfits and the people who are not seen as like normal, so to speak. So yeah, I enjoyed what I took away from it. Obviously, I might be missing something here. I might be, you know, interpreting some of the lines, but then failing to see like a thematic thread connecting. And indeed, shout out to Mikey, who, of course, I am keen to hear his comments on this one. And there's another track that I'm going to do in relation to his or your birthday. So we'll be back for that one in a moment, and I will see you then. Peace.